Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from MOOKA. This is their model number EPI188 H13 HEPA Air Purifier. Now this is great. It's going to cover up to 2,200 square feet. It does have an advanced H13 HEPA air filter with activated charcoal as well for eliminating odors, pet odors, smoke, wildfires if you live in that part of the world, and many other things. We're going to dig into this now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is everything that you get once you get it out of the box. Of course, you're just going to get the main unit, and you are going to get a user/starter guide for the EPI188, and this is a nice thing to have just to reference it in case you do need it. It's fairly easy to operate, but this user manual will explain pretty much everything that you need to do to get up and running, replace your filter, that type of thing. It's written in English. It's not microprint, so you're not going to need a magnifying glass to read it, but it does show you all your button assignments, how to change the filter out, and things like that. So you do have all your button assignments there, and it's a pretty easy read, so no problems there. Hold on to that just in case you do need it. There's some good information in there. Now with the MOOKA, this is again going to be able to cover up to 2,200 square feet, so medium to largish rooms would be what you would be using for this unit. Now as far as the dimensions go, it's 8.5 inches deep, 14.68 inches wide, and 20.98 inches high. You can see on the sides you do have two tabs to pull the front faceplate off, and you can do that, of course, to install and or replace your HEPA filter. Now this also has a standard 2-prong plug for plugging in, and it's a fairly lightweight, so easy to move from room to room. Okay, so using the two tabs on the side, you can open up the front faceplate and it just pops off. It's got a couple tabs that hold it in place here along the sides and at the bottom. And of course, this comes with a filter. This is an H13 HEPA filter, and it does have 3 layers. It's got a pre-filter. It's got that H13 true HEPA filter, filtering out particles as small as 0.3 microns. And then layer 3 is going to be an activated carbon filter that will absorb odors from smoking, cooking, and pets and things like that, as you can see on the back. And you're just going to slide this in just like this with the white tabs facing you, and then you're going to line up the tabs at the bottom to replace the faceplate, and it will snap into place. So it's as easy as that to replace the filter, and there's also a reset button on the top, and we'll get into the buttons right now. Okay, on the top we've got some capacitive touch buttons here, one for power, one for the speed, and there are 3 different speeds, and a child lockout. We also have a timer and a filter reset as well. So you can press that when you need to change your filters out. But we do have 3 speeds. S is kind of a sleep mode at 15 decibels. Then we have a 1 and a 2. We've got our lock, and then we have a timer for 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, and 8 hours. If you do need to put a sleep timer on, you can with this, no problems. So let's take a listen to what this sounds like at different speeds. Now it's very quiet at the lowest speed. You can actually hear rain outside my building more than you could hear it in sleep mode. So it's very, very quiet. Now holding down that speed child lock mode will lock out all the buttons. So that way it can't be adjusted or anything like that. And then holding that down again will deactivate that. You can see that that is now out, that little lock icon. So you do have that option to lock out all the buttons. And again, of course, you have that sleep timer here for 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, or 8 hours. So if you know you're going to be asleep for 6 or 8 hours and you want to run this in your bedroom, you can always set this sleep timer and you can, of course, cycle through all 4 of them and then again to turn off the timer. Again, there's the filter reset here for when you change out your filter. You've got that button there on the right-hand side. So this particular unit moves a considerable amount of air in every mode, including sleep mode, which is that 15 decibel low mode. And you can, we're going to cycle through all 3 of them again and show you how much air is being pulled through that front plate and then, of course, expelled up at the top as filtered air. You can see at the highest mode here, no problems. You get a lot of suction through that front plate, but I did want to test the sleep mode, especially to see if we're still pulling a considerable amount of air, and we definitely are pulling a considerable amount of air for how low the decibels are in sleep mode. Of course, in mode 1, you're definitely going to be able to get that effect as well, but I'm pretty impressed with the sleep mode being able to pull in as much air as it does for being as silent as it is. Of course, with all of that air going in the front, there is tons coming out the top as cleaned and filtered through that H13 advanced HEPA filter. Okay, so that's my review of the MOOKA EPI188 air purifier. Now, the things that I like about this is that it's easy to move from room to room. It's not a huge unit, but still packs a punch when it's pulling and cleaning air. Now, I also like that it has that 3-stage H13 HEPA filter, so it's going to cover, pet odors and dander, smoke, cooking odors, things like that are all going to be covered by this. Now, this worked out really, really well in my testing, and overall, I'm definitely going to give it a thumbs up. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I will check you out on the next one.